And welcome back. We're picking up where we left off last time in Terraformer, the red planet awaits, in the green path scenario on a hard difficulty. I did, during the break, remember I had technically had a second wonder we could go ahead and place down, or mega project we can place down. This one required needed water and nitrates, and we'll do it. It just is going to be a little bit later to get in. Because we're going to get the rainfall going, apparently. Okay, that would get us rainfall 1. Yeah. We'd start drilling out the aquifers, I suppose, for more rainfall. We do also have the mine in here, so we do urban mining. Get the free mine there. And then we are well over our card limit, so things are going in the garbage. Usually I don't need food, apparently. So the 3 food here is a little bit tempting to be the one that goes in the garbage. Especially because once we get the rain going, the mega project here is going to provide food. So let's garbage you. New technology being suggested twice as fast is going to get garbage as well. There we go. Need more people. There's not much I can do to fix that, though. Could export the tritium, but then yeah, okay, no, we're just gonna attack the turn. Okay, so we can do another bacterium. We can do this one, which is plus atmosphere, but going on 0 place. We can get the tundra forest, which I think is what we're gonna go with. We need to get some rainfall to get that going, but that shouldn't be too hard. I'm just gonna take the 2 science here because we don't have the space for it. I'm already gonna have to dump one of these because we want to keep the plant spreader at least. Research center. Plus 1 research for every 1 hit. Though doing it on power, probably not worth doing. This probably makes sense to hit with the satellite, though. So we're thinking about building up Jupiter. If I do... Because if I press this button, we're going to get 5 more steps on the Jupiter one. So I suppose we'll do that. So we don't have to burn any power exploring. Resource management. And do I explore far away with the exploration satellite? Or do I explore for power? So that's nitrates. I might just set that up. That's... Well, that's a good question. Do I set up the aquifer? I think the answer is probably yes on the aquifer, actually. Because we need some rainfall to do the tundra forest. Okay. I do there then. So some power. Then we cycle the turn. I think we place the miner's cottage next turn. Yeah. Terraforming observations. Reverse engineering. We're gonna do terraforming observations. We are gonna be doing some terraforming. Damage to mine. Well, we got the space for that, so we can slap that up there pretty easily. Seed vaults. We might actually get that to do something, so we'll do that and that. We might actually have the resources to place that. We'll check back in on that. That's not the priority to get placed. I didn't get the food. Expecting more food this turn. Where was the damage? Ah, you were the damaged. Okay, I'm not desperate for that to be fixed. That's gonna get cheaper every turn. Oh, but we're taking 10 support a turn as a drawback. Okay. Well, it's saying we're taking 10 support a turn. Yeah. No, it's not showing you here. Well, I suppose we can just come in here and do the repair. So if we repair it... Okay, so it is applying 10%. It just wasn't showing the way I was expecting it to. Wait, so now we don't have the titanium to play you. Nor the power. I'm expecting more food, so we don't have the stuff for that. Stuff is getting dumped. Question is, what am I dumping? We're gonna dump the development center. And I think we're gonna dump the courthouse. And then... Don't want to burn the power because we've got lots of things that require power to be built, so we'll do resource management. Second turn. Tritium silicates nitrates. So we can import tritium and then start exporting it to the gas giant to get us our atmosphere. Yeah, let's do that. It also allows us to come in here and play the bus station. Which do we want more, the bus station or the miner's cottage? The bus station. I want the bus station more right now. So we know. Remember not to try clicking dragging with the mouse, it does weird things. Because sensitivity thing's a little high in there. So we can do the we're obviously doing those two. Those cost us. Click. 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 Oh, it's like this click there. Click. Click. As far as the mega project here, how viable would it be to upgrade the mega project? Need the +1 temperature. Or need minimum 1 temperature, which is actually +2 temperature, I think. In our case here. And yeah, that costs some tritium, but that's fine. And then we're gonna Probably just crank the export. Actually, that's the wrong way to do it. Crank the exports up to the mine. Or up to the gas import, atmosphere import. We're not going to be able to sustain that rate, but we can really get that rate going at least. How many nitrate? Oh, we need a lot of nitrates because we want the plant spreader and the seed vault. So we're looking 44 nitrates. I was about to say, I think I can probably export some nitrates. I'm like, no, you can't. You need that. And I need food, so I need everything that I'm making right now. And or we're already exporting it. So once again, I don't have the power, so we're gonna do resource management. And we're gonna cycle the turn. Way to get more food. Not sure if we're desperate. In fact, I got something I want for the water already. Not gonna get good comp off of that. +2 comfort living, +2 support per turn. Okay, no. Just gonna take the science off of that. We do need the science. We want to get the terraforming observations done. There we go. So that's not quite enough to get the miner down, but not sure I want the miner down, actually. I do definitely want more power. And we need to downsize this because we just don't have the stuff to ship. Oh, I do have the titanium. Though this would only give us 1 science a turn. Right. Because we need the plants down for it to be 2. Yeah, we really need power. I think I might slow the food production down by half to import some power. Oh, but if I'm importing power, I don't want to be running that, so never mind. Push this button and cycle the turn. Space Hotel, not really that interested in it. Plant Spreader. Let's grab the android and we'll toss the other one for the science. I suppose let's go ahead and get the Marcia down. In 2 more turns, we'll have the food for the miner's cottage. Oh, we need to turn you down because we don't have the support for you. This will complete next turn. Yeah, I think it's 1 more turn of holding to this sort of holding pattern. How goes? Oh, is it not counting as an export because it's being shipped off to the exploration satellite? That might be the case. Honestly, on the other hand, I don't need that silicate. So let's change that silicate to tritium. So we can accelerate that trade. In fact, we can do the same with 1 piece of titanium. So we can get that construction done, get both these constructions done next turn. And then we'll do resource management here. Because now that should count as 2 exports of silicates, so this should actually make a 10 progress on the Jupiter. Right, shrink this for the moment. Auction factory, tempting. Spaceport's a definite yes. Grab the auction one. We're probably gonna have to dump something. So this gives us 50 atmosphere. This one's sport and the thing. Sadly, we didn't have the space, or didn't have the science yet to get this up. We'll get the satellite. Now we can come in here and we can take the mine the huge asteroid. We'd have 12 turns to do this. We'd have to ship 1 power, 1 titanium a turn. We don't have the titanium. Okay, so we're gonna let it pass, as tempting as it is to try mining it. Geothermal spot would be tempting for power if we were out there. Okay, we now don't need that, so we can export that. We don't export that anymore. We can only export one of those. And okay, that did count for 5 on that. So we do 3 turns of exporting silicates and getting something for it. We can complete the Jupiter. Oh, and I can get the gas factory down now. How badly do I want that science, the terraforming one done? Because we do 2 there, those ones will get wrong direction. 4 science, and that'll give us that this turn, or next turn. Oh, when we have the power, we'll stall 1 turn, because what I can do is I can get this, do that to get the ocean, which will give us the 10 science back. Oh wait, so I should place the gas factory. No, I don't want to... No, I don't need both auction factories. I'm going to dump on the auction factories. In which case I need 1 less of you. We'd probably want some water for the auction factory itself. There we go. We'd have 25 turns to export 2 power, 2 tritium a turn to get a bunch of atmosphere and a bunch of heat. That would be tight. Yeah, that would be tight. But we probably want atmosphere and heat. Whereas I don't really necessarily want that population. So we'll try help solving the crisis this time. We'll come back to that. Okay, so we need to obviously rebalance all the trade to support that. Oops. Okay, so we need to do that, which means I need to import 1 of you. I might as well export the silica. Do that balance. I probably still do need power income. In fact, we're probably not so desperate on food anymore, so we can probably slide the food out full speed for Power nitrates. Power. A lot of stuff I want power for right now. Okay, that's the rate we need to support that. That'll just about complete in time. At that rate. Okay, so we'll play Terraforming Observations. And then we can come over here, extract water for the ocean. And then when we have the 30 nitrates, that'll be where we put the plant spreader. We got a satellite exploration. Some titanium, got some science. Got a place for a titanium mine. Got the 8 titanium, so we can go ahead and... Okay, we're short power, but we'll have the power next turn. Okay. For one last time, we'll do resource management here. And hopefully it doesn't, because we're doing an import, doesn't make this one real bad. Oh, and I have to decide what I'm doing with my cards. Yes. Would I benefit from that soil? I don't think I would be benefiting from that soil. No, because that would be the place where I'd put it, so the soil isn't useful. Think tank condominium's a little bit tempting because that's science and people. And we are desperate for power, I suppose. We could pick up the magnetic fusion plant, but that's comfort living. So we'd have to do like Robot City. Granted, we're maybe looking at Robot City. Yeah, okay, we'll do that. We'll trash them. Okay, interplanetary logistics is out. Diplomacy or animals is in, and obviously this is a case where we're going animals. We need life on the planet. Extracting animal spreader costs 50% less water. Yeah, okay. Universal factory. Potentially pretty good for a robot city. Weather control factory. Not really what we're going for. Space elevator, not really what we're going for. Do universal factory. Another bacteria spreader wouldn't be a bad idea. We'll come back to this. Okay, so we want the plant spreader down. Now means we can actually plant our plant in any places that got 1 hydration, which apparently we've only got 1 place that meets that requirement, so we'll place it there. Let's go ahead and import life forms. Arctic hares. Or another bacterium. We probably want the Arctic hares. And then we want the nitrates mine. There's nothing interesting in here, so if I wanted to, would expand this one to there. Do we have the water for... We do have the water for the animal spreader, so it would allow us to get the animal spreader down. I don't think we got the oxygen anywhere for the animals yet. You need oxygen of 1. And it's -2 there. -2, -2, -3. We got one that's actually at 0. Ah, well, that makes a little bit of sense. We haven't done anything to raise oxygen. So there's no oxygen on the planet. That's fair. So yeah, maybe we're not in a rush to get the spreader out. After all. Yeah, we're not in a rush to get that spreader out. Okay, so I think we're good for the turn then. Oh, it's still telling me I can research a project. We don't have the bacteria spreader. I don't have the stuff to set you up. No, to set you up, so we'll get the science off of it instead. Temperate forest. Double the rainfall, 1 temperature, or a bacterium that needs rainfall. Produces tritium if the climate zone says city. Am I that desperate for tritium? Well, we've only got one city, only got one zone with the stuff, right? So, you know, that ocean import's tempting. We don't really need more trade routes. I need to have more stuff to ship on the trade routes, really. Though I suppose I could start shipping the science. Apparently we don't have need for the science. That's the best about the auction you can get. Okay. Yeah, so I'd have to overwrite the existing bacteria to do it. Which I don't think I'm down with. Yeah, we probably want that titanium mine. So I'm thinking we want to set the city up here. It's going to be pretty expensive from a power standpoint to clear, but... Okay. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, we're going to found the city. We are going to do some exploration with the person. We have worked out we don't really need that science, so let's export the science. Whereas we probably actually do want some of that food, so we'll export science. We don't quite have the power to get those going. I just spent my water, so we can't place the oxygen vector. That was the other thing I was maybe thinking getting down. Okay. Oh, Temperate Forest is worth a lot of prestige, so we do want to probably go to the Temperate Forest if we can get it down. It'll be a little bit difficult, I think, to get it down quickly, but still research a project that's telling me about projects available. I don't have the titanium, I don't have the space for the storage, so we're just going to chuck it for the moment. Europa bacteria requires at least one ocean location in the climate zone. +2 science, the climate zone has a city. Or study life form on Earth. That's pretty high prestige, so we'll grab that bacteria. If we can get that get it spent somewhere, we'll definitely do it. Wait, no, undo that. Yeah, put that back. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and dump the space hotel here. I would rather have the option we just got given, which is the colony habitat to get a new colony up. Or get a colony upgrade somewhere. We might pick that up. We'll look at our other options first. Do you want to get the expansion there, but I need more people there, which means I need more power. Well, I need more. Probably gonna do androids. Could take a happiness issue and just dash over to there. Or I suppose technically we could do. Let's put the satellite there. We have some titanium. Then we can do. Oops. There. And there, and that's a gigantic one. Okay, so I need more. Okay, so if that's a gigantic one, I'll do that for the moment. I won't take the happiness while we're waiting for our resources. Okay. Then I gotta decide what I'm doing with this. And the answer, I think, is chucking it, probably? Because we're not gonna... Well, we don't need to do it here, right? When we get one temperature in the zone, we'll probably want to upgrade it. We don't have the temperature here yet. Similar sort of thing. The next mega project we have. So you need rainfall, which we don't have. You just need to have 2 people in the thing. So this is probably going to just be my robot city, universal factory going here. Which means we're going to want dikes in the city, which means we're going to want those dikes. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. What do I need? And for this one, it won't be very hard, because once we have the 2 robots, you get 2 more robots. And we're going to probably like 6 robots here anyway, so yeah. Power and titanium, okay. So if we can get that titanium mine going, we'll be good. And happy. Till then, everything's a little tight. Still research the project. Yes, I need to dump the project. So we're probably looking at minus cottage going in here. Probably going there. which does mean we probably want the food. At this point, I think I got a lot of science piled up, so we're actually going to down all the science. We're going to retain the food, trade the science. We'll burn through science a little quickly that way, but that'll be fine, I think, for the short run. Don't really have the nitrates as one of the plant site. 3 power would be tempting, especially if I had the silica for it. Don't currently have the silica for it. I'm kind of in an awkward situation. I need titanium to set my titanium line up. Yeah, I'm in an awkward situation where I need titanium to set the titanium line up. How much do I need nitrate-wise? We've got 14 there. I think that's all we needed nitrate-wise. What we're currently working on. So, unless one of those cards is nitrate. Oh yeah, if we were to set a plant spreader up, we need nitrates, but I think we're good for the moment. Which maybe then means it's time to then swap over and export the nitrates. We won't get any nitrates, but that means we've got enough for this in the meantime. How much do I want atmosphere? Atmosphere is mainly giving us radiation protection. We upgrade it. Not necessarily actually required for any of the stuff we have. Don't really want to spend that power. Okay, no, I think we're just, this is going to get dumped. Do I have a life form that actually wants to be colder? So we could change it so that you're colder, so we can get the heat in more places. Rainfall, temperature rainfall. Well, you can bring your temperature down to -1, but we'd still be looking for an oxygen, which would be a little bit of work. So let's undo that. Oops. Import the life instead. Get cacti. You need a lot of temperature, so that's something we'll probably want to drop the temperature down on. Or Mediterranean shrubs. Cacti is also apparently just prestige. 1 temperature, 1 rainfall wouldn't super be out of the range, so we'll grab that. Maybe that'll be the thing we'll drop the temperature on. Okay, so we want something where we can grab titanium with the satellite look. Is there any titanium spots I can hit with a 3? Yes. There we go. There we go. That will help the titanium situation. Small colony on Jupiter is done. +1 radiation protection globally. I think this is one where we're going to dump it. If we had the power, I'd probably do the miner's cottage, but I'll probably use our miner's cottage and get the next one, but don't. Oh, I can still get that miner's cottage. We'll grab the miner's cottage and we'll place the seed storage. Yeah, to get Jupiter up to the final one, which is 50 more atmosphere, we'd probably like that. We actually have to send colony stuff, which is basically this one, which means we need tritium. Kind of looking for tritium, I suppose. Okay, that's only providing one science, but that's one more supply of science that we can trade away or something. And in fact, with that, I think it is better to trade the science away rather than the nitrates. The animal spreader isn't going to work yet. We're to place it there. Though maybe that's not a reason to place. That's maybe a reason to hold off placing it. Exploration satellite. What am I looking for? Tritium, I suppose. Any hints of tritium? No. At least not what I'm seeing. That's an interesting deposit, so we'll go look at it. So we get 2 water, 2 heat, 2 atmosphere. There's the CO2 glacier. Okay, so if I activate this one, glaciers on the planet can be melted for free, and without the radiation effect. Then we could then melt that glacier, getting us the atmosphere heat without having to use the tritium without the radiation issues. And I don't need to own the location for that, so that's actually making it real tempting to say get that colony going, get that black dune, so I can get it harvested. In which case the location becomes empty and I can toss something there. Okay. In the meantime, though, we are going to boo... we're not going to use that natural science. We're going to put the oxygen maker on top of it. We'll grab the card. We can always dump it later. Or the life form. Alpine or deer? Take the deer. Mercury, Titan, and Ceres. Mercury is tritium. We're having a tritium problem, so that would be tempting. Also gives me another spaceport card. Nitrates, we're not really worried about. Titanium, and then into water. No, we're going to do Mercury. Maybe the rover, but we're not going to rush to grab it right now. So drop the atmosphere, don't the atmosphere maker. I'm not sure we're going to do that. I think we're going to do the minor one. Oh, no, I need... we were going to do androids here. So I need the power for the androids. And clear the rock. So we'll clear the rock right now. Yeah, I think we don't need both these spaceports. We don't want the spaceports because it's just too many spaceports. Clear the rock. Grab or life form. Penguins. Rainfall. We'll do penguins. Then next turn we'll have... Well, next turn we'll still be 1 power short. Unless we can do reconnaissance on a power location. Yeah, unless we do a reconnaissance on power location. Well, we'll just have to roll with it. See what we pull. Oh, and I got a development center I can drop somewhere. Well, Jaeger City doesn't make sense to be the place to drop it. We can always move it later, so we'll drop it. This will actually give us more space, I suppose. Drop it there. I do have an empty space, so if we did have the inputs, the rover would not be the worst. We got 3 spaces in the 3 projects, so I can just grab all 3 projects and then we can dump what we don't like, exchange for something next time. Ooh, expectations are getting quite high. Self-driving flying taxis. That's really expensive. Oh, certainly not. Road paver, probably. Research campus. Housing, and if it's next to a thing that makes science, it's pretty nice. Okay. So that's a lot of resources we don't have any of right now. So we'll dump that. Jump and drop the GMO realm. Okay, I'm short of power. I would like to do an Android hub. That would require a power from somewhere, which we're not going to get. Well, I'm not expecting to get. Actually, no, we get power from there, so... There we go, 3 power, 3 silicates. So then we can come in here, drop the Android hub. Did I have something comboed with robots? +1 power, +1 titanium when constructing robots. Ah. We just made 3 robots, so we made a bunch of power. The mineral cave here is going to require a lot of power and a lot of titanium. Oh, I was missing my opportunity to spread bacterium. Which we are going to spread. So that's the place, obviously, to drop it. More temperature rise. Let's do the last import life. So we can get horses, temperature oxygen, or polar bears, which is just oxygen. We'll do horses. And the next turn we can figure out which one we want to do the temperature mod on. Okay, we know this is going to want to grab that hex. Okay, if I put the miner's cottage in there, we get +1 if I moved that mine over. Do we have anything mine related in here? Bus station. Don't think so. So that might be... Well, that would just free up control here, I suppose. Well, building up control here as well. We'll wait until we have the mine, so we're actually benefiting from the mine in that area then, before we do that. then I've been forgetting about working with megastructures, right? So we've got Universal Factory, which we're thinking of probably building here, which we now can build here when we have the titanium next turn. Oh, and that's one thing we would want the nitrates for, though we need more moisture. We need to raise the moisture enough that it's positive here. Because this is apparently a dry zone. And then we could build up Central Park as soon as temperature gets up to 1. This is also a cold zone. Yeah. Maybe didn't pick the best projects. Actually, we'll grab the landing pad. That might be useful. We need to play something before we can grab another thing. We know we're gonna do cold resistance on something. You don't have any heat. We drop you to 0, so 2 rainfall, 1 temp wouldn't be that bad. You don't. Oh, and you need 2, so that would be even more. But we're probably bound to do you, though 1 temp, 1 rainfall is also maybe interesting as well. This would be extra negative, right? So we could go down to -2. Take you down to -1, then we should be looking for oxygen. 0 on oxygen. You only need oxygen. Or I suppose... Yeah, I am... 2 prestige, it means it will provide 20 support and 2 support per turn when it's present in 1 climate. Yeah, we're gonna upgrade, drop the method gem so we can spread it farther and wider so we get the temperature going quicker. Okay, we want to get that mine going. We need more titanium. We need 2 more titanium for that. We do have the ability to go looking for some titanium, so we'll do that. Power plus titanium would be real nice. I think it's either titanium or power. We're only short the titanium right now, so titanium is probably the way we want to go. There we go. Even more titanium. That'll help us with building all the dikes and stuff we want to do. Oh, I was going to do Universal Factor, which means we needed power titanium. Actually, let's undo that, because that would have been a thing that probably would have made sense to do. Get the mega project going. Upgrading it to 10 needs 10, 10. Which we should have next turn, so we can go and upgrade it again. And then a couple turns later, we can upgrade it to... Well, I'll actually probably hold off on that until we have some dike levels. Okay. Move the... Okay, let's do the miner farm. Miner food, or the miner cottage here. And then we will trade you over. We got the space, we can grab you then. Okay. Still research? I must have got an extra research project or something. We don't have space for that, so cycle the turn. Palm trees. Birds of paradise. We're more likely to get, I think, that combo. Yeah, we don't have the space for either though, so that's actually just gonna get dumped. Gonna get 3 science there. Okay, so that handover is done. So we can go back to exporting you to import power. I probably do want the mine. We don't have the power for the mine. Okay, landing pad. The nitrates, I think. We got something we want nitrates for, but we need like 20. Right, so let's get some more power coming in, because we're hungry for power. 3 turns we can go set this colony up to get it to go over to the Black Dunes. Yeah. Okay, gonna roll a turn. We're gonna get a new person here. New leader. We go from animals to eco-classical architecture. +1 support each time you create dike. Found a city using this headquarters instead of the normal headquarters, which has an extra comfort of living. And you want population adjacent to it because it's +1 for neighboring. That's an option. Or trade. +1 power per turn for every 7 new expansion points you acquire, or ocean locations you expand towards. Once per city, +1 trade route for every 3 population, or 3 robots. Gain 2 water, titanium, nitrates, and silicates. That's tempting. What's our support looking like? We're at 0. I think we're gonna go with the top one. I think we're gonna go with the city one. So we can found that city. Though, dikes. Okay, maybe no. Maybe we'll go this one. 2 extra products that turn. Less interest in that, but industrial lobbying a lot. The 2-2-2-2 just let us get the stuff we need to build. Yeah, we're gonna trade. Okay, when we get 25 food again, we're gonna build the homesteads, the minor cottage here. Oh, I could build the road paver here right away. Yeah, we'll do that. We may move the road paver, but that'll be fun. So we got the road paver. Allows us to claim the black sand dunes, which we can harvest for 2 power. And then that allows us to come down here and spread the black sand. Spread the sand. +100 support, +1 warmth in all climates. So now up to 0 temp here. Up to +1 temp there. And we have a place when we have enough water where we can place an animal spreader. We want to start spreading animals, or at least try spreading animals. Maybe not actually spread animals. Then we can do less industrial lobbying, I suppose. Unless I want more trade routes, and I'm not too desperate for trade routes. A couple cycles of that, and we might be able to get something like fusion plant or rover down. Okay, in a couple turns we'll be able to get that mine down. Okay, looking at the time, I've gone real long. Should put a part break in here. I think I'll be bad. I think I'm gonna go finish the city up today, or finish this run up today. So we are gonna go and probably record a 5th part. So if you're watching on YouTube, you can expect there to be a part up tomorrow. At this point, I'll probably be a little far recorded ahead. So maybe we'll try to aim for a 3-parter next time instead of a 4-parter. If you're watching on Twitch, feel free to hang around. I'm going to take a short break, and then we're going to get right back to it. So until the next part, wish you all the best of luck and good time. Catch you all in the next part, and bye for now.